The chaos reigns. is The Mindset of Modern Women Keeping Them Single. Broadcast April 30th, 2023. Sit back and enjoy.
The views expressed on Talk Real Solutions, hosted by Tyrone Thompson at TalkRealSolutions.com, are the views of Tyrone Thompson and do not reflect the views of TalkRealSolutions.com, YouTube, or etc. The content here belongs to Talk Real Solutions and its many contributors. Views and opinions expressed by all contributors belong to them and not TalkRealSolutions.com or Tyrone Thompson, the host, or etc. All data and information provided on the site is for informational purposes only. Talk Real Solutions makes no representations as to accuracy, completeness, correctness, suitability, or validity of any information on this site and will not be liable for any errors, omissions, or delays in this information or any losses, injuries, or damages arising from its display or use. All information is provided on an as-is basis.
Are you ready? Are you guys ready? Okay. In a world where there's crime, corruption, violence, murder, rape, theft, and all forms of atrocities that plague the world in which we live in today, what you're witnessing, we are living in a state of chaos. And it'll take a greater or more extreme chaos to restore the order in which the world we live in today. Oh, God, I miss saying that. Welcome again to another special broadcast here on the, Chaos Reign Show. I'm Chaos here. I miss y'all on the TRS side of things. Tonight, we got a nice, good one for y'all. A real good one. Hold on a second. And, I'm not going to hold up y'all time. Y'all know everything, from the thumbnail to the title. We're going to get straight to it, shall we? All right. So, Mr. Sankofa, can you press *61 so I could pull you up on the show? All right. And today's topic is titled, "Is the Mindset of Modern Women Keeping Them Single?" With one only, and the return of Sankofa J. So, Sankofa, what's good, brother? What's up?
Peace, love, and blessings to TRS. Peace, love, and blessings to Gary and Tyrone. Y'all hit the like and subscribe button if you're on YouTube, and if you're listening on the radio, please hit the like and subscribe button. Support the channel. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to cost you anything. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Gary? What's up, Tyrone? What's up, Radio World? What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Sankofa, man. Here for another hot topic, man. I want to talk about
Yes, and it's been a while. And if y'all didn't check any of the recent podcasts we had when I had Sankofa, it's on the channel itself. Just find Modern Dating, and it should be there on the channel. But anyway, let's not hold much people's time. What's on the menu, Sankofa?
Well, I'm a man of, of black unity, black African power, stuff like that. But the things that we're suffering from in our society, is a gender war between black men and black women. Now, in my opinion, I feel like feminism has really divided the black man and black woman, because now they have this strong independent mindset, where they don't need no man. And a lot of these women they come off as bitter, scorn, and stuff like that, because they have adopted this mindset. They have been brainwashed by feminism to say you don't need a man, but you want a man. You know what I'm saying? Now they are in their 30s and stuff. Now they're trying to find a Russell Wilson after they done been sexually liberated in their 20s, got their guts mantled, they've been ran through in their early 20s, not thinking about being wise and stuff. And this is what I've noticed, man. So even growing up in my household, I noticed that mothers raise their daughters like this. They raise their daughters to be strong and independent, but they love their sons. They baby their sons. And I can attest to that, because my 43-year-old brother don't have his own place, don't have a car, but he always up on the mama. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one that didn't fall for the stuff. I went into the military, you know what I'm saying, and came out, and I'm doing well for myself. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to my sisters, they're mean, they're aggressive. And I told them, I said, look, this is why you don't have a man, because of your attitude and your unrealistic dating standards. You know what I'm saying? You're 5'4", but you want a man that's 6 feet tall. You know what I'm saying? You make your own money, but you want a man to make more than you so you can basically live a lifestyle. If a man makes less than you, then he's not valuable. Or if he's not tall enough, he's not valuable. And see, this is what women, this is the dating standard that women have been told, you know what I'm saying, get the top 10% of men, you know. And because of that, they have fallen for this whole dating standard for men. When we have dating standards, we're considered misogynistic. We're considered no good, lame, broke boys, and all this other stuff. But I find it very funny, Gary. Why is that? Why do when women have these dating standards, which is unrealistic, because I think because of the Disney effect, women are looking for this fairy tale. Because when you see on Instagram, Facebook, whatever, you see a lot of women posing at their wedding. Yes, girl, I got married. Yes, I got a ring. Blah blah blah. But when soon as something goes wrong in a relationship, they ready to leave. And this is why men are not approaching women. This is why men are walking away from westernized women. They're walking away from, you know what I'm saying, wanting to be married to Western women because of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, so like I said, every woman's looking for the top 10% of men, which is 6 feet tall, 6 figures, and all this other stuff. But they don't even qualify for the men that are 6 feet tall. I watched the Kendra G show. I don't know, are you familiar with her, Gary? Chaos.
Yeah, I think I follow you. If you want my response, because we look in the Times, Sankofa, I'm hoping that when I throw some celebrity, just for the sake of the conversation, you could probably give me your own overall take. Before I go there, make sure you guys like this channel, subscribe. As you know, the Chaos Range Show is almost at the 1K mark. With your help, with your subscribe, I think I will probably reach that goal. Besides everything else, you know, like I said, please like, will be also affordable and cheap. But so far, like I tell people, you know, just listen in, like the stream, share the stream, and always leave your comments. Now, as you know, with modernization, Sankofa, I'm gonna do some pushback because we're gonna have dialogue. It seems to me that a lot of women are very well adapting to the environment that was set forth by other groups of men. So my question is, should we really blame them today of trying to adapt to an environment that's really pretty much artificial and it's really to, as us as a people, our race of people, a demise over time? That's the question.
You said, should we blame men for what?
Oh, I got to repeat this. All right, listen good. Let me get close to the mic. Women are adapting to this environment because it's an artificial environment set forth by other men in this country. Because we're a very much small population. We know who runs this country. But my question, can we blame the women for, you know, adapting to an artificial world, knowing that this will lead to pretty much their demise and us as men in the foregoing future? Is my question.
Oh yeah, I could blame us. I can blame men to a certain extent, yeah, because we have created this artificial world. We have created the Disney effect and stuff. But see, these are men that pander to women, and I think between the 70s and 80s, that's when they started losing sight of having the man in the household and stuff. So yes, I can blame feminism, and I can blame the men that basically supported feminism. You know what I'm saying? And then created this artificial world, you know what I'm saying, for women to live in delusion, you know what I'm saying? So I think that, and that was going to be my next point too, like, you know, are women too aggressive and strong, or is it modern men that are too weak, you know what I'm saying? So yes, I can see your point on that. Yeah, you can ask the next question if you got another question. Yeah, well, I want to say this before.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm here. I'm sorry. I have my finger mute. Don't worry. I was saying, in regards to modernization, a lot of women today, right, what they tell us or not, in your mind, do you really think, not believe but think, the ones that always say that they're independent and very much single and happy, do you really believe that from your own experience?
No, I don't believe that one bit, because a lot of them are the ones that say they're strong and independent are the main ones that's complaining about being strong and independent. There ain't no good men out there. So, no, it's false confidence. And I think women have to say that as a moniker to keep themselves going. But a lot of women choose to be strong and independent. You know what I'm saying? And and their idea of being strong is basically being aggressive, loud, rambunctious, out of order. You know what I'm saying? Uncooperative. You know what I'm saying? Not submissive. They look at that as being strong. I can get in a man's face and he can't do nothing to me. That's not strength. That's being out of order. You know what I'm saying? Being independent. Yes, men created that window for women to be independent. We created, you know what I'm saying, society to where women can make their own money, because now that they can make their own money, they're out of order. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what to do with it, because a lot of women are impoverished. They have a impoverished mindset. A lot of women call men broke, but look at your lifestyle. Most of these women are broke because they buy things that don't even matter, Prada bags and all this other stuff. But I say men, we're at fault for that to some degree. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just going to say it's all women's fault, but we gave women. I'm not saying I don't want my woman to, and I'm a single man. I'm not saying I don't want women should not make their own money. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying because of this strong and independent movement, you know what I'm saying, has really pushed men out of the way. Because you tell us, if I'm with a woman, she calls me, I don't need you. I mean, you're just an addition to my life. When you look at me as expendable, or when you look at me as something of less value, because I'm the one that's going to protect you at night. You know what I'm saying? If we have a bump in the night or whatever, somebody try to break in the house, I'm going to be the one that's going to put my life on the line. You know what I'm saying, for you. And and me being in law enforcement, I could put my life on the line for women I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Strange women. That's what men are designed to do. And now women are looking at us as just toys. You know what I'm saying? To some degree. You know what I'm saying? They're looking at us as an addition to their life, not an asset.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's good you say this. My thing is this. I think that with us as people, that there's ways to turn this around, but we have to really be honest. If there is a problem, and normally all problems, the first thing that comes to mind when there's a problem, there's always what we know as a complaint. And if the complaint is loud enough, by default, someone's seeking or wanting actual answers, or even better, the solution. Can we agree?
Oh, yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Because why would somebody invest time and energy on a social media platform verbalizing their complaint always, every day, and don't really seek a tangible solution? I find that to be weird, don't you?
Yeah, and you know, when you go on TikTok and stuff, you see these women that you know, that's post-wall crying, saying that they don't have nobody to take care of them. You know what I'm saying? Like this one chick, she was on there saying that she pushed a lot of men away because of her attitude. Now she got to have surgery and she want a man to hold her hand, you know what I'm saying, to be there for her. But no, it's her mother and her sister. So, yeah, they complained about it. You know what I'm saying? When they see women do this to themselves a lot, you know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, these women are, look, because they have to go to a job where they damn near hate. You know what I'm saying? Even if they're in the medical field making $30-something an hour, these women do not want to work these hard jobs, but they feel like they have to. And they when they do get a man, they don't want to be under control. But I'm like this. I told one chick, I said, how the hell are you going to submit to that white boss? But when you come home to me and you're going to be into with me, and I'm protecting you. I'm providing for you. Yeah, you may make your own money, but who's paying most of the mortgage? Who's paying the light bill? You might get the groceries every now and then. I'm putting gas in both our cars. I'm getting both our oil changed, but you can't submit to me, but you go submit to that guy. And you come home mad at me because of what he said to you. See what I'm saying? They don't want to let go of that control because women are so used to being on their own for so long. Yeah, I'm talking to a woman right now. She came over to the house and said, hey, I got you. You know, you need some soap? No, I got it. All right, well, you know what I'm saying? You need to wash your clothes with her? No, I got it. I got some money. Like, they don't want to relinquish that control. You know what I'm saying? But when they go to these white bosses, they relinquish that control. That's weird to me, too. Yeah, so.
I see. Okay. 1 second, guys. All right. I'm trying to, keep myself from, But anyway. Oh, I see somebody raised their hand. I'm going to open the lines a little early, guys. See you might ask any questions. And then I'm going to ask some other unique stuff. So the call line is open. To call in, 717-908-1834. Access code 917-324#. The topic is the mindset of modern women keeping them single. With Sankofa. First caller. Who's this?
Miss Lady, I just started listening.
Okay.
I'm not sure who your guest is.
It's Sankofa.
And is Sankofa a friend, or does he have a...
I think you're familiar with Sankofa, Miss Lady. But if you have a question...
No, I'm not.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I just wondered what his background was, and I don't know. But...
I know it's been dead and gloom over here for a while now, and since you tuned in...
Oh, God, it sure has.
Oh, it sure has. Interesting.
I can't listen to Tucker Carlson videos. I just can't do it.
God, that's more of the Tucker Carlson. What is it with black men? Let me ask you a question, important question, Miss Lady. What is the affinity of a few black men, I'm not sure the conservative, that have such a liking or love of Tucker Carlson? Can you explain to me of this phenomenon?
I think they want to be white man adjacent. They want to be white male patriarchs, but they aren't. Basically, they want the power to say yes to women, no to women, to abuse people, to bully people. I think that's what it is. And so they want white male privilege, so they think by blooming on to them that somehow maybe it'll rub off on them or they're a little closer to it. I don't know. But it's crazy.
Okay. And I apologize to people that listen to this stream. I only asked this question because Miss Lady brought this up. And, as me, I don't watch Fox News or all these other weirdo stations that push really nonsense. They're not really pushing anything of tangible news. Maybe they might. But the business is not to really inform. Their business is really to entertain, deflect, and create forms of propaganda to the masses overall. But if people can't see the bigger picture when they see things on the television, they only get a snippet of what they want them to understand what they're seeing. People really know what's going on. They're going to have to really use the globe now, because the internet is our globe now, to figure out some alternate information. Can we agree, Miss Lady?
I agree.
Because if it was left to the United States for everybody to find what's going on, you lost. Unfortunately, you lost. Especially if you're reading the same 6th grade reading level newspapers that only put so many key words here, and it can still fool you for that. But the point is this: you're not getting the real answers. One thing I would ask you, and we're gonna get back to the topic. In the fire of Tucker Carlson and Don Lemon, right, on the same day, right? Do you know why Tucker Carlson was let go? Do you know a real story why he was let go?
Well, they say he played a big part in...
And can you speak up close to the mic? I want to hear you clear. Just want so everybody can hear. Just speak up a little closer.
Well, I understand. Perfect. It was because it cost too much money, because of those lies. Cost too much money, almost $1 billion. It's
money, right? That's what you're saying, right? Damn, Miss Lady, I don't know why your phone went low. Are you away from your phone? Please talk close to the phone, because we can really hear you.
Okay,
So,
I'm gonna come off my Bluetooth.
All right.
That's what I'm on. Okay.
All right. Please. Yes. I want people to hear you loud and clear. I don't want to go back to playback and they say they can't understand what you're talking about. They will say something.
Because you know what, you're very clear. Okay, I'm on my speakerphone.
I'm on the mic, so that's why I'm clear.
Oh.
I have a special mic.
Now, is this better?
It sounds better. Now go ahead and give your reason why they decided to cut ties with Mr. Carlson.
Well, they knew he was lying all along, I think, but only when it cost them almost $1 billion in that settlement, and then there's going to be other lawsuits as well. That's when they cut him. But because of the money, I think that had to be paid out.
But to let you know, Miss Lady, Tucker's only been there for 7 years, since the rise of Donald A. Trump, if you notice. And since this man was costing money, and trust me, he's not the only institution that costs money. As you know, Google/YouTube is going for their own problems lawsuit-wise with another person in regards to their propaganda on what's going on in, overseas. And trust me, these corporations make over billions and billions of dollars. So for them to find they had to spend almost $1 billion out their pocket for a lawsuit, which they had to settle, because if they didn't settle, I think they were going to lose more and more money. Because anytime when somebody do a payout, Miss Lady, it tells me that they fought it as long as they can, but they know there's no way to get around it. And the person that has the evidence has the right to ask what they want, and they have to really come in the terms to say how much the payout, and they have to, forfeit the cash.
It seems like Fox has sure paid a lot of money over the past 10 years settling all of these.
As far as more than that, it's a media outlet. They make billions of dollars for decades over decades. Any media outlet, Fox, NBC, those are multi-billion-dollar conglomerates. And we check the revenue, how much they make annually, yearly. They're in the billions. Now, the only thing that hurts them...
I guess they make most of it off their advertisements, I guess.
There you go. And that's where the money comes in. So you only can have advertisement if you have people, what, Miss Lady? Watch your program, correct?
That's right.
So imagine now, everything's on the internet now. Where is the eyeballs watch now? They watch mostly on YouTube, maybe Rumble, and some other media outlets or alleged media outlets for people to get the information. And the news, from what I'm looking at right now, doesn't have the same kick like it used to, unless you're born a Gen Xer or a baby boomer or baby boomer or Gen Xer, most likely. If you're not running those eras, no one else is going to pay attention to these outlets, personally. Just to be fair on it. But
Fox sure has a dedicated audience. They tune in and watch it all day if they could.
Yeah, you're right. And regardless of Don Lemon, go ahead.
And Don Lemon, I just feel they're going to settle quite a bit with him.
I'll be honest,
he made a faux pas. He made a faux pas when he said the woman, is over the hill and, whatever he said. But when you compare that to what a lot of what these other broadcasters have said and allowed to get away with, that is just so minor. I really think they got upset with him more when he disagreed with that Indian man that is a right-wing Republican and was going to tell him about black history and that the NRA, I guess, I don't want to, I can't really remember exactly what he said, but it was something in the sense that black people got their civil rights subsequent to the NRA, or the NRA being helpful in that regard or something like that, which made no sense whatsoever. And Don Lemon challenged him on, how dare you with your, your rhetoric. And he did not back down, and I could tell over the earpiece they were telling him to shut it down, but he didn't do it. So, that's nothing to fire someone over.
Okay. All right. So we're going to do this. We're going to move forward. Thank you, Ms. Slade, for calling. If you feel you have any other questions, thank you. Appreciate it.
Well, I wanted to ask Sankofa, because every now and then, it's less, I think, you hear black male lamenting that black women don't submit to them. And first of all, if they're going to talk about submission, that comes from the Bible about why submit to your husband as the husband submit to God. But they forget that part, because if they were really submitting to God, they wouldn't even really have a need to want submission from a woman, from their wives. First of all, it's wives. It's not women. It's wives. So if they're not husbands protecting and providing, and there's really not much to protect most women from. To be honest, I mean, everybody has a cell phone that can dial 911 in an emergency, so it's not like you're out there protecting from lions and tigers and bears. So, you know, the protection part is very minute during this day and age. The provision is a big deal. So they're not providing because the woman is working, and she may be making more money than the man. So it's like, why would you want a woman to submit when she is working and maybe working harder than the man, maybe bringing home more money than the man, coming home and doing the housework and the cooking for primarily and the child rearing primarily, and then you're going to ask the burden her with this submission?
Miss Lady, before we continue, that's a question, right? 'Cause I want to follow to see where you're going with it. So,
and before he,
you're that Copa? Was it clear enough? Hold on, let me ask that before you.
And then before he responds, could you read the definition of what submission means?
I'm gonna Google it right now. Let me see.
Like it.
Submission. Well, let me see if Sekova's there. Sekova, you there?
Mm-hmm.
Sekova? Oh, damn it. Don't tell me he. Oh, wait, I might have muted his line. Hold on. All right. Sekova?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I apologize. I think it automatically muted the line.
Okay.
Asked something very lengthy. Were you able to hear what she asked it, and maybe you could give her a definite answer from your perspective?
See, what I think is these women get submission confused with the color purple. And when they see the color purple, they're like, I ain't doing that. That's not submission. A submission is where a woman allows a man to love her, protect her, provide for her. And yes, I heard what she said, you can call 911, but you might be dead by the time the police get there. See what I'm saying? You're not thinking about that. So if the man is already in the home, he can just jump up and do some John Wick shit, get his gun and protect you while you go get the kids. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So 911 is not always reliable. But submission is just a woman basically resting in her femininity. When you look at the textbooks, the definition of submission means to submit to an authority figure or whatever. But this is the funny part about it. Why do most women say they want somebody to provide, protect, and lead? You can't say you want that and then say, I'm not going to submit. You can't have it both ways. You can't have it to where, I want an alpha male, but then, I don't want to deal with an alpha male because he might be controlling, misogynistic. No, he wants structure and order. Look at the black community. The black community is raised by the matriarchy. There's more single mothers in the black community than any other demographic on the planet.
Who made them single mothers? Who made them single mothers?
The single mothers. Y'all pushed the black man out.
Single mothers?
Y'all did. Y'all chose to. Y'all did.
No, they're single mothers because the man walked away.
No, because y'all pushed us out. Y'all pushed us away when y'all wanted government assistance.
Away. No, that's been.
No, y'all wanted government assistance, and that's proof. Y'all took food stamps.
No, you are absolutely in error, Sankofa. Absolutely in error. And that's
I'm not in error because I can pull up the stats. I can pull it up. Pull it up, Gary.
You're in error. But
see,
first of all,
I can't talk to nobody that want to deal with realistic stats.
I'm sorry. Y'all chose. Don't talk to me about stats.
Your degrees don't mean nothing. Your degrees don't mean nothing. Well, but we got statistics.
That's why you're going to stay dusty and single, and we going to have
shame, insult, guilt. It needs to be right. Shame, insult, guilt. It needs to be right.
Well, you're
dusty,
acting that way.
Single. No, because I'm dealing with statistics. You're dealing. Shame, insult, guilt. It needs to be right. Shame, insult, guilt. It needs to be right.
That's
no,
on
I'm not.
you.
I'm just saying
That's
what you are.
Feel about yourself. I can't help you with that.
I find it hilarious.
The modern woman who's paid her dues and done what needed to be done in this society because she understands how it works, and if the black men haven't kept up and refuse to change and do what they need to do to keep up, That's on them. Don't cry and lament and blame feminism and the woman pushed you out the home and all. That's just so 1980s.
We got
and it
proof
doesn't
of this
work.
now. We got proof of this
It
now.
doesn't work. It's not working.
We got proof of this.
Nobody believes it. Nobody cares, and it's gotten too old.
Hey, see, Gary,
really
I knew this was going to be triggering to some women. I knew this was going to be triggering. She's triggered.
You're the one that's triggered, not me. I'm very comfortable and clear.
I'm talking to a man, but are you single? You got a man?
Listen, that's irrelevant.
No, it is very relevant. I do got a woman.
I do got a woman.
Want me to tell her to call me?
That is irrelevant.
No.
I don't care.
You're single and you're unhappy. You have to work and you're unhappy. You can't get a man.
A dog.
You can't get a man. That's what it is because of your attitude.
All right, let's chill. All right, Miss Lady, raise your hand to call back in. Let me move forward with the show. Kind of want back and forth because it's not getting nowhere. I see another person raising hand. All right, I'm gonna raise your hand and then I'm gonna continue with the show. All right. Hello? Who's this?
It's me, man.
Who's me? The people don't know who's me. Who's this?
Solomon.
Who's this? Come on. You know the deal, man. This is a professional show, man.
You don't know my voice, man. This is Greg. You don't know my voice.
All right. Welcome. What's good, Greg? What's good? What's on your mind? What you have for the topic? Go ahead.
About this Don Lemon, I heard he wasn't kept because people refused to go on his show. That's why they cut him loose and then do nothing else. People, after the comment he said about Nikki Haley, people refused to go on the show. That's it. That's why they cut him loose. Women would not go on the show. And CNN's guests, the people that would appear was cut down. They said, no, we're not appearing on this guy. And they had to cut him loose because of that. So that's the official word. That's what really happened. And Miss Lady, you just sit down somewhere, Miss Lady. You know, single mothers are created by single mothers, by single women. You need to go sit your ass down somewhere, okay? And that's what happened as far as that. That's all I have to say. Okay? That's it.
Okay. That's cool. All right. Thank you, Greg. Thank you. Since you have nothing else. All right. Let me see. Okay, let's move forward. Psychopa. Let's see here, and we haven't talked in a while. I think there's a lot of celebrities are getting in the ringer now that they're, getting divorced. We're gonna start off with the one that's been relevant lately. Tyrese Gibson. How much are you familiar with his situation?
Oh man, don't get me started on that guy. Man, Tyrese be taking L's, man. He been taking L's all day. You know what I'm saying? And before we get into that, I wanna make a quick statement, brief statement. You see how we deal with sign language with women? And I was telling her, hey, Gary, you can pull up the stats. I can pull up the stats. You know what I'm saying? The record CDC. And see, women like that do not deal with statistics. They deal with their emotions. And she gonna call me emotional. See what I'm saying? See, women don't shut up long enough to hear anything. See, they only listen to respond. Women only listen to respond, not to hear the information. And they don't want to take any accountability. That's why Kevin Samuel said accountability is like kryptonite to women. She don't want to take no accountability. And she thinks that we created the single mothers. No, you took daddy government's plea, get rid of the black man, so we can give you food stamps and assistance. She basically talking like I'm wrong, like food stamps and assistance didn't exist. And I asked her did she have a man? She said it's irrelevant. No, you don't have a man. You're lonely. You're bitter. You're post-wall. You want to speak sign language because you can't take accountability. You don't want to I'm looking at it from both sides. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, back to Tyrese. We'll deal with that. We'll deal with that in the Black Power After Hour. So she can talk to me over there. But anyways, yeah, Tyrese is always taking L's, man. And then did you see the video where his girl was like, Tyrese is not really my type. Paul Walker was my type. He was much cuter. And then I was like, come on, Tyrese. And I'm glad he broke up with her. I'm glad he finally grew some nuts. See, Tyrese don't realize, man, that these women don't really want him. She called him old and everything. But now let's look at that on the flip side. Women didn't have the energy. They was actually laughing at Tyrese, but Kevin Wesley, when he did his girl like that, and it was just a skit. Oh, you should have seen the comment section. Why are you talking to her like that? I mean, he was saying, oh, your friend was cuter. You know what I'm saying? She was a lot thinner. You're too fat and all this other. Oh man, the women. I said, why y'all didn't have that same energy when Tyrese's girl did that to him? You know what I'm saying? And Tyrese, man, you should have called me, man. If you wanted me to help you out in court, man, I got some legal stuff under my belt I could have helped him out with. But no, man, he constantly taking L's, man. I don't even feel sorry for Tyrese because he know better. I'm mute my mic.
Okay. But since I mentioned Tyrese, and I think you did with Law. Remember the shows we did about Law? How familiar or how well you know about prenups, Sankofa? Before we go into that.
Really, all prenups is basically where you come in for people that don't know, but it's basically you leave with what you came with, and you can't take any of my assets and stuff. But they don't know that in a prenup, it mandates where your assets are. You know what I'm saying? So you have to tell that person where the assets are. It's really weird, but it's just basically you come in with what you got, and you leave with what you got. You don't leave with none of my resources, anything of that. That's why I say marriage is a liability for a man. It's not an asset. Because women get the better deal whether they cheat or not. And see, this is the thing. Women don't understand that the laws are geared towards to help them. But we're misogynistic. You know what I'm saying? Women win most divorce cases. You know what I'm saying? She could just leave at a whim. And this is why men are signing prenups or ask for prenups. Or do like, what's that dude, John Cena? Ask for a marriage contract where she can't get none of his resources before he married her. Yeah, man, protect yourself. You know? I'm not saying all women are like this. I'm not the all police. You know, there are some good women out there, but I feel like some of the good women are supporting the bad women behavior. There's more bad behavior, on the internet with women than there are men. You know what I'm saying? And, yeah, get you a prenup, man. So.
Okay. One question. You familiar with another creator named Pink Book Lessons?
Oh, yeah, Didi, Pink Book Lessons, River. I'm big fans of them. But, you know what I'm saying, sometimes you can't really trust these women that are in male advocate spaces because they could be chameleons. You know what I'm saying? So,
ooh,
but they put out.
Oh, don't say that, bro. You're going to get me in trouble, man. You're going to get me in trouble, man.
I'm not saying Pink Book. I'm not saying that they are, but you know what I'm saying, because Pink Book Lessons, Didi, they have been shown they're genuine. But I'm saying for the women that are just now trying to come up and try to copy and mimic, Pink Book Lessons and Didi and River. You know what I'm saying? I feel like those are chameleons, not Didi and Pink Book Lessons. You know what I'm saying? But there are women that are waking up and they don't have a problem with being submissive. You know what I'm saying? Because they understand that submissive does not mean do as I say. That's not what that means. So, but the women that are trying to come up and try to mimic them, I feel like those are chameleons. Because you ever heard of that soft girl era? And Kevin Samuels talked about this before he died. These women are going to want to have a soft girl era. They tired of working hard. They want a man to take care of them. And I told my girl, I said, look, you don't have to work. I can take care of everything. You can have a little small business at home and whatever. Because my grandfather did that. He did that as to protect his wife from the outside world. You know what I'm saying? They took trips and everything. He didn't just say stay at home and don't do nothing. And that's not what men are saying. But we want our women to not be submissive to another man. Because it's funny how, and I know, what's her name? Miss Lady? You work for a white boss or a black boss and you submit to him. You know what I'm saying? But I bet if you did have a man, he got to come home to that attitude. So you might need to watch Didi and Pink Book Lessons, learn something. I'm mute my mic.
All right, good. Make sure you guys like the stream, share the stream, and like I said, subscribe to the Chaos Radio Show. I think one thing interesting with Tyrese, this is his second marriage where he has to what do you call it? He has to pay out, and not only has to pay out, but the problem with all this, bro, is that, and the thing that gets me caught up, and I know some people did some stupid comments over this, say how the prenups don't work, they throw them out and all stuff, and I say, well, if prenups were not effective, majority of people that got prenups, and they do, the ones that do business and they know how to operate well in the system, they don't have these same issues. when it's time to pay out. Personally. But they think that you're going to be in a relationship. Hold on. They're going to be in a relationship, right? For a lengthy period of time, right? And the beautiful thing about it is that you're going to be in this. You're going to hope to get 20, 30, or forever, right? In a marriage, right? And as you know, because women have more leeway, they can set their own accounts, do all this stuff after no fault divorce of 69, and then eventually they start integrating more women in the workforce where they can open bank accounts in the 70s. It's like, personally, what is really the necessity now for a lot of women to really stay in these real, actual, long-term marriages? So my question to you, do modern women today, you think that it's really beneficial for them to stay in a forever marriage in the 21st century?
Well, can you?
And mind you, I want you to think good when answering this question, because we're going to be challenging ourselves tonight with this. We have to. When people understand, we're honest with this conversation. But go ahead.
Well, never. I would not condone a woman. I'm gonna say this first, and I'm gonna answer that question. I'm gonna say yes to that question, because a lot of times a woman can be abused. The man can be an alcoholic and be violent towards her. I advise anyone, especially women, do not stay in something that's abusive. But if women are really strong, see, this is the thing. Women should stay in their marriages, because they don't understand that when they leave the marriage, and especially if they got kids involved, they can hurt the kids. And women think, because women are so, the majority of women, not all of them, let me go on a disclaimer. Now, people that's listening to YouTube, Spotify, wherever we on, women, I'm not talking about all of you. I'm talking about the majority of the women with these mindsets. But you know what they say, a hit dog holler, Miss Lady. But yeah. So when you look at the dynamics of the nuclear family, the women they were strong. Look at Coretta Scott King. Martin Luther King was out there slanging penis. So I probably shouldn't, yeah. But y'all know the story between what MLK was doing. But that woman was so strong-minded. All she cared about was if that man loved that woman or not. And she was strong. She stood by her man regardless. Now, my thing is, I don't agree with infidelity or anything. But at the same time, when a woman finally gets a high-value man, you know what I'm saying, and you realize there ain't nothing. If you basically look at like, how's that man? Look, I think women should make a chart. How is this man? How am I going to find better than my man? Or better than a man? And see, women look to the streets. Ain't nothing out there for you in the streets, especially if you're married. You know what I'm saying? I think when women get married, they get married for the wedding. They don't get married for the long haul. They don't get married for the little arguments. You know what I'm saying? They feel like they don't want to struggle love. But what is struggle love? If that man is providing and protecting, then you should not want to have to leave just because you don't feel tingly no more. And see, when you get married and that's why I'm telling my daughters, and I advise any man with a daughter, tell your daughter, do not get married for love, because men, we don't value love, we value respect. But as long as that man is providing...
Bro, repeat that again. I want you on those beats, or in the back corner. You over the back, you in the right corner, up back there. I want you to hear this. Repeat that very loud and bold.
I'm going to say it again. Men value respect over love. Women should not marry for love, because love is a feeling that comes and goes. If you respect me, that means you'll become, all that stuff will fall into place. That means you'll be loyal to me. Then that means you will have love for me. You know what I'm saying? Or you might love me. And see, people are falling in love with the feeling of, or the idea of being in love. But ladies, we value your respect for us over you loving us. Because I hear this all the time. I love you, but I just can't. I'm just not happy anymore. Well, then how the hell you love me when you leaving me? And then you're finna take my resources. You know what I'm saying? Because you think that the streets have something for you. But then when you leave me and you go out to the streets, you're going to realize there's nothing for you, but you're going to run up your body count. There's some women on TikTok regretting leaving their husband after 17 years. And see, men, we love idealistically and logically. Women love for opportunity. Women only love for opportunity. what that man can do. And that's a selfish mindset. And for women that use the word narcissism a lot, women are more narcissistic than men because women are selfish. Narcissism is being selfish, not caring about feelings of others and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You worried about your own gain from the marriage. That's narcissism. Narcissism doesn't mean you're a manipulator. A lot of times when women say men are narcissistic, they just basically describe a manipulator, then call them narcissistic. Look at the definition. Since y'all want to look at definitions, look up the definition of narcissism. Okay? So remember, ladies, if you're in a marriage right now, basically just make a list. What does that man do for you? What does that man provide for you? You know what I'm saying? Is he a good man? Does he beat on you? Does he do this and do that? Are you comfortable at home? You know what I'm saying? Because women, when I look at these dating profiles, man, and I know I'm finna wrap it up. When I look at these dating profiles, women, when they say they're looking for something that benefits them. You know what I'm saying? They're looking for a man that likes to travel. You got a bunch of travelicians out there. They want to travel. They looking for somebody to have fun with. Men, we're not sent here to be your fun. You know what I'm saying? We're not sent here to be your fun. We have a bigger job than that. Just be your fun. You know what I'm saying? You're looking at us as, like I said earlier, you're looking at us as something that's spendable, something to have fun with. Yes, we can go on trips or whatever. I'm not saying we don't have fun in your marriage, but at the same time, when you're only looking at that, then you're looking out for yourself. If that man, say for instance, that man, you know what I'm saying, and you know, me being a law enforcement, I do worry about getting hurt on a job. I was involved in 2 shootings back in February, you know what I'm saying? Could have lost my life or could have got hurt. But at the same time, I didn't have no woman, but I would hope if I was with somebody, they'd be more concerned about me living than me dying. You know what I'm saying? Worried about an insurance policy. Okay? So that's why I say I'd rather have a woman that respects me than love me. And if you respect me, you'll stay in the marriage. You know what I'm saying? Good and bad. And see, for the Christian people out there, they don't even follow their own vows. It said for better, for worse, sickness and health, to death do you part. It didn't say, well, if you don't feel good, if you're not happy anymore, then you can leave. That ain't what y'all Bible say. See, y'all want to say you're Christian, but y'all so quick to leave marriages. 82% of divorces are initiated by women, and women can and they got to set up where a woman, if she's not happy no more, she can just leave. That's not respect or love. So you can't say you love a man when you just want to leave him. And I'm gonna go in on that note.
Yeah, and not only respect, you forgot also one other key word: duty.
You said the duty?
Yeah, marriage is duty.
Oh yeah. What is a man's duty or a woman's duty?
Well, for both, but let's say, duty in general. That means he's going to be doing certain things as a husband to best as his ability to protect you, provide in the best of his ability, and in return, you're going to give him, respect, love, maybe do the necessary things to make life a little bit easier on you as a man. That's going to be my duty. You get me?
Yeah, I follow. Yeah, our duty is basically it's something like more important than just taking trips, buying you Prada bags and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Most men with structure, order, and discipline and stuff like that are alpha. You know what I'm saying? They're looking at the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? And our duty is so much more than just, like I said, that, the whole traveling thing. But when we ask the woman, what does she bring to the, when I ask a woman, what does she bring to the table? Oh, I am the table. I said, so, so why would I be looking to be with you? Well, I'm smart. I have a degree and this and that. I said, I'm going to stop you right there. That doesn't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? Well, what men require from women is free 99. It don't cost y'all a damn thing. Because you say you got a degree, how can I utilize your degree? You say you make 6 figures, I don't have access to your money, but you have access to mine, because guess what? My duty, as Chaos was saying, is to provide and protect. See, women lose sight of that. But see, when men like that are not afraid, see, women are so used to men pandering to them. Women are so used to men not talking to them this way. But like I said, men are waking up. We're waking up saying, hey, this might be a liability, because I'm not going to put my life on the line. I'm not going to have these duties as a man, you know what I'm saying, to provide and protect, when you basically just looking for a good time. You know what I'm saying? You think your marriage will be a good time. It's not always going to be a good time. So when you ask a woman what she brings to the table, she always say she is a table. And that's a red flag. You know what I'm saying? See, women have grew up in this society where it's happy wife, happy life, not happy spouse, happy house. And I yield my mic.
All right. And if you guys want to have questions, raise your hand now. I think one of the issues that I find, first, because it looked like he got gypped in regards, he should not be paying this woman's legal fees, but he eventually had to. And a lot of things was really said in that court case that he's hoping that the transcripts will really reveal more of this, because the judge that he had, I find interesting, Sankofa, that a lot of these celebrities, like Tyrese, right, are complaining about now they only use race when it applies to them, but still talks about this is not a racist system. I'm very confused, bro. How the hell you could complain about it's racist towards you, but not everybody else when it's convenient? You ever notice that?
Yeah, I noticed that because, well, even if Tyrese was white, I think he would have got the same thing, because they're not looking at it from a race standpoint. They're looking at it from a monetary standpoint. That judge wouldn't gave a damn if Tyrese was white as ice cream. You know what I'm saying? They're looking at monetary, because the judge get paid for it too. And I made a thing about child support. You know what I'm saying, in family court. That's basically supposed to be presided over a person that's not a judge of the court. That judge is just there as a referee. That judge can't even make no judgment. You know what I'm saying? Because courts are not used for families and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's used to that's mitigation. You know what I'm saying? That's like mitigation. You know what I'm saying? They're the mediator to basically so they can work it out. You know what I'm saying? That's why they have people there in place. A judge does not have the authority to pass judgment. Oh, I order you to give. No, that judge is a contractor. Look it up. 45 CFR 302.30. No, 45 CFR 72.02. Look it up. See, I deal with facts. Look up the judge's role in a court case when they're dealing with family court. 45 CFR 75.2. Yeah. So that judge don't have the authority to make any orders on that. You know what I'm saying? The court's jurisdiction, in any case, is basically if there's a body. You know what I'm saying? When you're in a divorce court, that's not a complaint. That's just trying to get out of a contract. Because when you look at a marriage license, it's an adhesion contract. It's a contract with you, that person, and the state. Now, when you contract, they can do whatever they want to you. If you don't know the rights, if you don't know the laws, if you don't know their policies. You know what I'm saying? So basically, you're there to get out of a you're there to get out of a contract, but at the same time, they're supposed to inform you of the legal consequences. I think that's the Sixth Amendment, right to know. And see, when you get married, and they don't say, well, these are the legal consequences of signing this marriage license: child support, divorce court, you might lose your money, and this and that. You think of every court, when you go up there, Chaos, when you go up there and you're going to get married to this chick, right? They don't say anything about the legal consequences when they're supposed to do it. And I think that's the Supreme Court case. I think it's Omnibus Reconciliation Act. Yeah. Yes, Public Law 101. I can't think of it. Yes, it's in Public Law 101. Look up the Omnibus Reconciliation Act. They're supposed to inform you of even with birth certificates, they're supposed to inform you of the legal consequences before you sign these documents. If they don't do that, then anything that's not disclosed in the contract is void. So every marriage contract, that people that are married right now, listen, your marriage is void. That contract is not valid because they did not tell you the legal consequences when they're supposed to. And it's under the Public Law 101. I think point 103 or something like that. Omnibus Reconciliation Act of 1983 or something like that, 73, one of them. Yeah, I don't have my notes in front of me, so I still have to, even though I've learned this stuff, I still have to look at notes. But, yeah, so, yeah, that's what I'm saying. He took a big L. All people are taking L's when they get these marriage licenses. But, yeah, it has nothing to do with racism. They're looking at it from a monetary standpoint. But by him using that, does not help his case. They're not going to say, okay, well, he got us on a racist thing, so we're going to just not have her take his money. That's so stupid. They can't pull that race card every freaking time something don't go their way. And a lot of men do that, especially black men.
Yeah, well said. And I don't like it because most majority of black folks, especially men, we go for a lot through this country and throughout the system as a whole. And to me, I find it as an insult and a slap in the face when someone like Tyrese would now, in his rightful mind, use race card in regards to his abuse and mistreatment towards the system for a man that is actually a millionaire. And I saw the child support he had to pay for the first child, which is roughly, I think, two grand, maybe close to 10 grand. And the only thing I like is that that judge he was paying for one child in another state and equate to the same amount with the child support laws in one state and try to add it on in Georgia. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Here's a little secret that people don't know. Georgia is not only a Democrat state and not Republican, because I think they're two of the same birds. You know, pick your poison. But it's mostly feminine run. If you're getting divorced in Georgia, especially in the Atlanta area, you better just might as well make sure your pockets are ready and pay up. Because it's not going to come out easy for you. I hear he's going to try to go into more litigations to fight more on it because he feels he didn't get a right deal. And I'm not sure how well that's going to go because you already lost and you're going to tell me you're going to spend more money in Georgia? Are you serious? And not saying he don't got the money, but as a man, you got to have to cut your losses. You don't know the state you're in. California is ruthless when it comes to family court, divorce, alimony. What do you think Georgia is? Especially if you deal with a U.S. black man, you're dealing with a mixed woman that is presumably somewhat black. How do you think that's going to pan out for you? What?
It never pans out. You know, even in my child support case, I got that case thrown out. That judge, she didn't want nothing to do with me. And see, that's the thing. And I will say this: they do not like a black man with knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so I take care of my kids in private. And ain't no system getting my money. So my kids are well taken care of. So yeah, if you don't know, yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of these brothers, you know what I'm saying? They I think that's like when it's on women. You know what I'm saying? They wanna reach in their back pocket for that card, that race. Well, I'm gonna pull the race card like Uno. Y'all, if y'all that play Uno, you know what that card is. That draw four. That's that race card. I'm going on mute, man.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, but Tyrese, like I said, bro, you know, just pay up the money. My advice for any man that has money like him and is making more than $250,000 more dollars a year, I would have to really think long and hard if you're going to really participate in the American social order systems in regard. Because if you get married a third time, the third time, I guarantee this will happen again. His marriage did not last. I think his first marriage lasts for like over a decade. I can wrong. Let me check how long his first marriage lasts. Do you know, Sankofa? Let me see. Type it up.
So what now?
How long Tyrese's first marriage lasts? How?
I don't even know. It didn't last pretty long because that first woman didn't want him. She saw opportunity. That's what I said. Women marry for opportunity. Men marry for legacy. You know what I'm saying? Not all women, okay? Not all women, but modern women do marry for opportunity. You know, and I feel like I shouldn't have to say not all women because they know if a hit dog holler. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah. All right, I'm pulling up now to find out. Okay, his first marriage, Gibson was married to Norman Mitchell from 2007 to 2009, and the couple had one child, a daughter born in 2007. In January 2017, Gibson purchased a $4 million home in Atlanta, Georgia. He married Samantha Lee on February 14, 2017. So his first marriage, from what it's saying, only lasts for roughly 2 years.
Damn, it's not like a year and a half, man. God, not even. Damn. But see, that's the
yeah. It's only been wait, let me see. After being married for 4 years, the two called it quits for father. Yeah. So yeah, I think it's been first. Yeah, that's what happened to Tyrese Gibson's marriage. Let me make sure.
I guarantee she initiated it. See, this is the thing. This is a misconception.
It said announced their settlement release in 2020. So they were already filed for divorce in 2020. The second marriage. Bro.
Tyrese, bro. You just taking these hit, bro.
Bro, you were already you were already at the divorce in 2 years. Your marriage will last 5 years. Come on.
See, Tyrese, the guys like that, man. Tyrese, I love your music, man. But I know if you listening, man, you're a tender penis dude. I don't want to get Tyrone demonetized. So I'm gonna say Tyrese is a tender D. You know.
Yeah.
I'm not saying nothing wrong with loving your women, man, but it's like he purposely choosing the wrong woman, man.
No, he's choosing women, and most of these women are not even black. They're like mixed or mostly white in background, bro. From what I'm looking at.
Yeah. See, his last woman was black, and she just.
Oh no! My fault. Okay, now I got the real data now. Their marriage only lasts 10 years. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's what I'm glad. If anybody know, use an AI system called ChatGPT. It gives you the help. Yeah, it gave me a real. That's his first marriage. Let me type in next one. Second marriage.
And let's not forget about the panda bear, Steve Harvey. He panders to women a lot, and I'm like, we didn't get on his ass.
Okay, well, it can't give me that, but we all know that the marriage really started to crumble in 2020, the same time everybody else during the pandemic. So, but it should really crumble after 2 years. But his first marriage lasted a decade. Very smart over 10 years in California, and I doubt he had a prenup. If he had a prenup, he's going to have to pay alimony, so he had to pay out of pocket anyway. In California, you get me? But his second marriage, that didn't even last really a decade. That lasts under 2 years, because they were filing back in 2020, bro. Wow, that's crazy.
Damn.
So this
and
marriage with this woman. Now, a lot of people say that she probably played him, and probably she did, because there's no way you get married at age 21-ish, or let me see what age. No, she got married at 29, and you get divorced at 31. And normally they said that usually marriage lasts a little longer for particularly our community, black women especially, is that they get married in their 30s. That's a fucking lie. On where we get that data, that's a lie. A woman is decided to get married at 30, bro. I wish I had my sound bites, but I can't really run them because I didn't download it. She's been on the carousel. Need us to say more? As I say, I'm just saying. Anyway.
Yeah,
I guess somebody else has.
Yeah, I got sound bites on my computer. I wish I was at home, but I had got called in. So if y'all hear a little wind, I'm at work right now. So yeah, man. I wish I was. Cause I planned on getting on, but I ended up getting called into work. One of my officers got called in.
We're not going to details. Yeah. That's a waste of time. All right, move forward, and I hope he pays out, because he's going to pay out anyway. And keep moving. My advice to the brother that's about to be 40. I said, bro, I think you should stop looking to marriage. You got divorced in 2017, and you just rushed into another marriage. You didn't even go through a nice little relaxation after the first marriage. Who will rush and get married after divorce? That don't make no fucking sense, bro.
It don't. And Tyrese, man, he deserves everything he getting, because that's what I said, man. Tyrese he's a blue pill beta male, man.
Yeah.
He's blue pill, man. And red pill men, you know what I'm saying, red pill alpha males ain't looking at marriage. You know what I'm saying? I said I'm not getting married no more. And I told my girl that, I said we can have a little ceremony and just say we married and give you a ring or whatever, but I'm not signing no contract. So you can take me, because first of all, I have to look at you as are you an asset or a liability? Now, beginning women to show that they can pretend to be an asset, but then once you get that ring on their finger and marry, oh man. And that's not all women, but see what I'm saying? Yeah. But Tyrese deserved everything he getting, because he was stupid trying to get married right after he just got a divorce. Stupid ass.
I mean, my thing is this: if you're going to get married at your late 20s or 30s, if you're a black woman, I'm asking why. You just want the feeling of marriage. This is duty at the end of the day. Kids outside before marriage, just keep pushing. A good portion of women do get kids now by the so-called data, and I like reference it, in the mid 20s now. And some might not get. allegedly. But still, children are still being busted out here. And usually it's not no actual ring involved. And really, truly, I think most of our community want it like that, because if you get married, there's not be no structure. And I tell most men, don't expect any woman outside America you're gonna go wife up. Because the reason why women move the way they do, because in America it's much more freer. They can make their own money. They compete like men on certain opportunities. And they spend more to the system. And saying this, and saying Sankofa, that's why the system really caters more to women, because they're going to spend and blow back all their money back to them tenfold. See, when you have things structured and you know how money works and you use money properly in a stable relationship and you move properly, you have more. But this system creates and perpetuates consumerism. And they can't afford you to really have it together. They need you to spend money on drugs, medications, mental medication drugs, liquor, clothing, and all.
That's about all I spend my money on is liquor. I don't buy nothing else. I might buy a gun every 2 months, man, but liquor and guns, that's what I got.
Regardless how you look at it, you always got to be mindful of your consumption as a man and woman in this capitalist system. You have to. Especially if you don't got like that. And most Americans, let's be honest, depending on how much we make a year, we don't got like that. If we were like making $250,000 or more dollars, then it's okay to throw away a few dollars in here and there. But if you're not making above that medium, really over above, you should not be spending frivolously and out of control. I'm sorry. A lot of people don't want to hear this, but if you're not making a certain money, you should not be spending like that. You should not be consuming a lot. You should be consuming very less. Unless you find ways to make money more with your little hustle. Other than that, you should not be spending like that. And you make this amount a year. And most majority marriages don't make that amount a yearly. It's only like, when you're talking about $250,000 or more dollars, that's like roughly 2 to 1%. So if you're not around that percentage, you should not be spending frivolously. But that's just me. And I'm as possible. But overall, we should not be overconsumption, because you look at how much you really have, how much you're spending. The math really doesn't really math up. Especially things that don't give you no over time. But move forward. And make sure you guys call in. I'll get a call number again. 717-908-1834. Access code 917-324-POUND. Tonight's subject is the mindset of the modern woman keeping them single with Sankofa. Now, before I move on to this other person, let's see who this is. Caller.
What's going on, Gary? Nah, keep it going.
All right, speak up. I can barely hear you.
No, I wanted to hear what you're gonna say, and then I'll speak. Go ahead, brother.
Well, if you have a question, JNYC, it would be helpful, because we might move on to the next subject. I'll say over here.
Get into the second. I heard. I'll just say, look, good show. Keep going. I'm listening to the next subject, and I'll speak on that. Go ahead.
All right. Back down. All right. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay. All right. Oh, damn. Interesting. Okay. All right. Now, you mentioned Steve Harvey. I saw he did a stream with Shannon Sharpe. And
yeah, I saw it too. Yeah, I saw it.
I should have watched it, and I probably will eventually watch it since people are talking about it. But I'm gonna be personally honest with you. With Steve Harvey, I'm not impressed. He's actually a grifter, personally. He's not living a good example to anybody to really trust and listen to. And I'm not sure why black people admire and listen to these celebrities, comedians of all of nature, of how you're supposed to live your life. I tell you, the most dangerous thing now in the 21st century is you listen to entertainers, celebrities, comedians, music artists, athletes as your role model. They are not role models. There are people that are getting big money by the dominant or more of the higher ups / people that are the majority of this country, which is not us, which is non-black. Right? They're not the pinnacle of examples of what black people should be emulating their life out of. Because these people are not putting anything of sustainable benefit to really any community in every city in Black America. Sorry, I'm just gotta keep real with y'all. Because every other group of people, the money they make, they do put back, and it does really stands out in bettering the community. Right? They come from the community or other black nations or other parts of where black people reside to better their lives. I don't see none of them. I don't care what people say they're putting these trusts and foundations. That's not really sustainable. If you're talking about people that got real money, that's a part of that community, white, how we can say Asians. Put back some to the communities where it does show, where it does matter. To us, you don't get that with your celebrities. Now, we could say that they're paid puppets, they're in control. Yes, we could say that, but it's deeper than that. It's a choice now. We're in the 21st century. If you cannot put down a couple million here in certain parts of certain cities in America where black people reside, and you don't have to be alone, you should be grouping your money with other black people that are multimillionaires. Because group economics works and moves much better than you put. But you see, we can't have this conversation because a lot of people are fucking selfish. So, with Steve Harvey, he said some things on that chair. One of the things that stand out, and you could probably go in more detail, because I have not watched it. I don't know if you watched it. He mentioned about the role of men. What's your take on it in regards to men and the stepfather nonsense? Okay, he mentioned about stepfathers, and men should be stepfathers.
Well, Steve Harvey, see, men, we already aware of our role in society, and men, we don't have a problem with actually acting upon them roles, provider, protector, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? But when Shannon Sharp made the comment, like, well, what does a woman bring to the table? Steve Harvey basically says she is the table, and she can do better. She can do better if you're not willing to do what she wants, then she can make another you. And I'm like, she can't do it by herself. You dumb, SOB. Trying to watch my language, but yeah. I was like, how the hell you going? I don't know. We talking about the same one, right? Where Steve Harvey said she can make another you. If you're not willing to do it, she can make another you. And I'm like,
it's called immaculate conception.
Yeah, yeah. That's what happened with these Christians. They think virgin birth happened. But anyways, yeah. So why are we held to a standard to where we are expected? See, society expects us to follow that role, that gender role, and we don't mind doing it. But when we try to put the onus on a woman to do her role, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you're gonna be cooperative. You're gonna be you're gonna be the. See, this is the thing. My grandfather, you know what I'm saying, rising power to my grandfather. He always taught me that the man buys the house, the woman makes the house a home. And and that's why my grandmother and my grandfather stayed together for so long. Yeah, Papa was out, you know what I'm saying, doing his thing, but Granny stayed by his side. She knew her role. She cooked and cleaned in the house. A lot of these women, you know what I'm saying, not all, but a lot of them don't even know how to cook and clean. I went over a chick house one day and I was stepping over shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, man, what this dirty diaper? Oh, yeah, I forgot to pick that up. What the hell? No, I'm good. But yeah, so with Steve Harvey just basically emasculating, telling men we better do this, but a woman don't have to do this. Steve Harvey is telling his daughters that. He's telling her you're a princess, this and that. You don't have to do anything. A man has to do for you. Now, I understand some men say that to protect their daughters or whatever, keep them in that Disney delusion. But I tell my two daughters, don't marry for love. You know your role as a woman. My daughter, my middle daughter knows how to cook. My youngest is 6, but my middle daughter already know how to cook. You know what I'm saying? She understands being feminine, not being. I had to tell her, stop talking to your brother like he's crazy. He's still a young man. You can't talk to men like that. So I had to train my daughter. Instead of whooping them and stuff like that, I had to teach them. You know what I'm saying? But Steve Harvey, man, he and you know the comments saying like, yes, brother, yes, sis, yeah, bro. You know, and they're not like I'm like, y'all, most women, man, y'all, that's why y'all single. Because ain't no man gonna put up with that. And I know Shannon Sharp was like, he was looking at Steve Harvey, well, I'll punch you in your damn mouth. Yeah, so yeah, Steve Harvey, yeah, he's a pander, but look at his marriage, look at his track record. So these women are taking advice from a man that's divorced 3 times. That was not successful in marriage. How you gonna take relationship advice from somebody that's not successful with relationships?
But said comfort. What was it? Kevin Samuels divorced twice, and they were complaining about his advice.
Yeah, but at the same time, and see, this was before Kevin Samuels, because even Kevin Samuels admitted that he was a beta, he was a simp, and that woman didn't respect him. You know what I'm saying? So that's when Kevin Samuels, after his second divorce, he wanted to. And see, this is what Kevin Samuels had to do. And I saw one of his live streams. He had to go take therapy. He had to get advice because he didn't have a father. Nobody taught Kevin Samuels anything. He had to learn just like I learned later on in life. You know what I'm saying?
This is true.
How to be a man. So Kevin Samuels admitted to being simping. I think I seen like a little clip today. He said, "Yeah, I was a simp. I was a beta." He said, "But yeah, he said none of my wives respected that. They thought it was nice, but he said my wives left me, and it wasn't because he wasn't a bad guy. He provided and did this, but his wives didn't respect him because he was too nice." And then when he took that red pill vitamin, that's why Kevin Samuels was what he was. But he also realized that his flaw, and his only flaw was being too nice, and always catering and pandering to women. You know what I'm saying? That was his only flaw. There was no history of domestic violence or nothing like that with Kevin and his wives. Not that we know of, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that there was or wasn't, but I'm just saying, like, as far as we know, Kevin didn't do none of that. But only flaw that Kevin came in, you know, Kevin would deal with truth. He deal with facts and statistics. He said he was just too nice for them women. Them women didn't respect that. So,
right.
But see, it's different when you take relationship advice with a person with the same mindset. And see, back in the day, I wouldn't have took that relationship advice from Kevin Samuels. You know what I'm saying? If I was already red pill and he was still blue pill. You know what I'm saying? But today, now that Kevin was red pill, rising power to him. Now that he became red pill, I would take relationship advice. But he really talking to men, hey, you can better yourself. He told men, like, when he was getting on the men, he was going harder on the men than he was the women. It just, basically, they just made it viral. And women did not like the tone or what he had to say because women are so used to men catering to them, pandering to them, coddling them, and stuff like that. Just like we had a little situation earlier. She probably used to men calling to her and this and that. You know what I'm saying? Not telling her what's real. And when I saw those videos of the men, that made me take a look at myself. Like, I need to, you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying I'm fat, I'm a muscular guy, but I was a husky guy. Now I'm more concerned about my fitness, you know what I'm saying? My diet, you know what I'm saying? My mental health. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for Kevin Samuels or any other red pill, you know what I'm saying, guy, I probably would just be, I would have let myself go. And I can't let myself go being in law enforcement. But see, I ate the meat, spit out the bones of what Kevin Samuels had to say. You know what I'm saying? But if Steve Harvey going to keep that mindset, then, yeah, no, I don't think no man should take advice from him. Or women either, because it's going to keep women single. But see, women are used to that coddling, you know what I'm saying, that softness. They want to hear something soft, but when it comes to us, oh, you're broke, you're dusty. You know what I'm saying? It's okay for y'all to strike back at us. And see, this is the thing. Men, we're physical, we're masculine, so we release anger with violence. Women release anger with their words. You know what I'm saying? And women love to hit below the belt because that's how they know they can get it to a man's ego. But if you're not alpha, you're not mentally strong, then you know what I'm saying, you'll fall right into that trap. And that's why we have DV, because a lot of these men are not raised by men to be alpha and to be, you know what I'm saying, to understand the consequences of their actions, good or bad. That's what an alpha male is. Somebody that knows himself, somebody that's sure of himself, somebody that's going to take everything into account, like his fitness, his job, you know what I'm saying, somebody want to better themselves. We don't need a woman to better ourselves. A woman is an addition to us, and I had to learn that because remember when we talked in private about my previous relationship 2 years ago, I felt like I couldn't do no better until I got turned on to Kevin Samuels. You know what I'm saying? And that same woman that did me wrong, she came back because she knew wasn't nothing out there for the streets. So And I'm going to yield my mic. I got long-winded, but I'm going to yield my mic.
And that's one thing that caught me, not off guard, but when I hear him really go in detail that, Steve, I really think deeply is that not every man today is going to play stepdad role in this social order now in the 21st century. It worked well in the 90s or during conclusion 90s. There's no way in hell no man, if they're born a certain generation, Generation X, or especially millennial, and we can see even Gen Zs in that same boat, are going to be playing stepdaddy. Mass numbers, because it's a thankless job, and it doesn't really pack like it used to be. I mean, a lot of women, personally, they actually have more respect for men that stepfathers now than it was like back in the 80s, 70s, and stuff. Personally, because you know, said if another man really took on your burden, you should take that as a thanks. But now, bro, nah, man. But that's different mindset today.
And you know, I was gonna say this, man. I have no issues with being a stepfather. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, a lot of men don't look at it as, like I said before, is it gonna be a liability? Because I'm not saying single mothers don't deserve love. You know what I'm saying? But you only deserve what you work for, right? So if I get with a woman, you know what I'm saying? Say, for instance, my girl, she only got one child, but, you know, he's grown because she's in her 40s. I'm in my 30s still. But if he was still a young boy, I have to look at her, okay, I'm accepting you, and I'm accepting your child automatically. That's what expected of us. But at the same time, am I going to be respected? Am I going to be, you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying worship, but are you going to, is the juice worth the squeeze? You know what I'm saying? Can I discipline your son if he gets out of line? And I'm not talking about whooping him, because I don't believe in hitting children. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I have the patience to teach. You know what I'm saying? So if I can't do none of those things, if I can't discipline your child, you know what I'm saying? If I have no say so, and anything that he does or, you know what I'm saying, we do as a family, then yeah, no, I don't think any man should be a stepfather. If that woman is not giving him that, you know what I'm saying, that what's the word I'm looking for? That job of being a stepfather. See, you can't have the benefits of being a stepfather and you cannot have the authority in the household with that child. You know? That's my take on it.
All right, so let me do this. I'm trying to remember the other. Oh, actually, there's some new thing right now. This is so cool. It seemed to me that the woman that divorced Exhibit is now broke. Uh-oh.
And not only that, women with high body counts cannot parabond because they done been ran through so much by the guys in their 20s. And this is the thing. A lot of mothers are telling women to, hey, enjoy your life, live once, blah, blah, blah. Get as many cock carousels. You can ride all of them all day. But when they get married, that's why women are filing for divorce, because they done had so many, you know what I'm saying, for the most part, they done had so much. They done wrote the CC, all, you know, in their 20s. Then they want to settle down, but they realize they're not happy because they're so used to that single life. You know what I'm saying? And also, that's why when they file for divorce, like you said, they end up broke because of that impoverished mindset. But I'm gonna let you go on and finish the stat. I'm walking around right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to find this one particular video, and let me go to the latest page. I forgot the chick's name. She was one of the Next Top Model winner. I'm trying to remember her damn name. Where his name is again? Let me scroll down, see if I can recognize her. One second, guys. All right, let me see. What's her name? Hold on. Now, I'm going to open your line the second call. I see hands raised. Where is... I forgot her name. That's how bad it is, bro. All right, where is her? Where is she? Do you know what I'm talking about, Sankofa? The one that was America's Next Top Model. I forgot her name, and she's not popping up on here on this latest channel. I don't see the thumbnail. Damn. Let's see. That's bad. That tells you it probably was not relevant. All right, let me go to the other phone. All right, you know what? I'm gonna open the line, and maybe it'll come back to me. So, caller, I'm opening line now. Hello?
Hey, guys, I'm late. This is Gigi. Hey, Sankofa, how you doing, man? I missed you. Hi, Gary. Thanks for doing the show.
Yeah.
Peace and love to you, Gigi. How you doing, sweetheart?
Oh, I'm wonderful.
Hey, can I ask you a question, Gigi? You know the lady I'm talking about that was once America's Top Model winner that married a dude and he was making a lot of good money and she's divorced him and he take her and her child and now he has to pay child support for the stepdaughter.
Eva Diva? Eva Diva?
That's it?
I don't know. Diva was also dating Michael Strahan for a little while.
She had like light hazel eyes.
I think that's Diva.
Yeah, I think that's her. Yeah.
Eva Peugeot.
I think so.
Piggot.
Oh yeah. She played. Hold on one second. Yeah, she played. I know exactly who you're talking about. She was caramel skin, pretty. Lived. Her last name was something. Aisha Tyler or something like that, or Taylor.
No, it might be Aisha, but let me try. Let me find.
You said America's Next Top Model. Now Aisha Tyler is the one that she's a comedian, and she also is a voice of a cartoon character for late night.
Yeah, Boondocks. Yeah, she did the Boondocks. Yeah, she did that. Yeah. She played Luna. She was that woman, that kung fu woman.
Yeah,
she played her. Yeah.
Yeah, she was married to a white guy for a while, I think. I'm gonna step back.
I'm talking Sankofa. I gotta find the actual name because I don't want to be naming things. I don't know why it slipped my mind.
She's with light eyes.
Yeah, she has hazel eyes. She was America's Top Model.
She has short hair.
Yeah, I believe so.
That was Eva.
Yeah, I figured it was Eva. I think that's her.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this guy put up too much video. Yeah, too many videos. All right. Yeah, I think it's Eva. Yeah, Eva. I think you're right. That's her. Yeah, I think that's her. Yeah, you familiar with her?
Not for a long time. I know she used to date when she first won. She started dating Michael Strahan. That didn't last too long, and I heard she got married. But I know that she had a lot of.
She was once married, but now she's filed for divorce. About to get, depending on how long she married, some alimony, and she'll get some child support for the kid. Not really her husband.
What?
He has support for all her kids.
What do you mean, all her kids?
No, I mean he has to pay child support for the kids, even when that's not even his biologically. Okay, he plays stepdaddy.
But they grew up in the same house.
I believe so, but I'm
yeah,
trying
that happens to regular guys too. The judge will say, well, you're the only father they knew, so even though you stuck your neck out to try to help the kids out and the whole family, you end up getting screwed because trying to do the right thing by somebody, and then you end up paying child support for somebody else's kids. Yep, I'm gonna back out. I'm done.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's Eva. I ain't gonna find it. For some reason, it disappeared. For some reason, I don't know why.
Wait a minute. What is the topic? I'm sorry. Don't get mad at me. I'm late.
We're talking about modern mindset of modern women and why they keep themselves single. That's the topic.
Gigi. Oh, okay. Oh, that's a great topic.
All right, good. Thank you.
Can I say something about it?
Yes. Go ahead.
Because I think that financially, you're much, much, much better off that way. I think that's obvious. Like a woman could get divorced, right, get alimony and child support and extra this and that. By leaving her husband, you actually make less money staying married. But if your priority is your family as a whole unit, not just thinking about yourself, that's what they're doing. They're just thinking about themselves. But in the long run, they're going to mess up because the children need their fathers desperately. But money's not worth it. I'm sorry. I'm done. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right, well, let me go back because I don't see it, so there's no one here. Oh well. Too many videos is like ridiculous. Too many videos. And usually I could type it up, but I ain't gonna waste time to type it up because
I'm glad you're doing shows, man. I miss you. Yeah. I apologized to you for a while ago. I don't know if you got.
Hey, that's fine. We're not going. Thank you, Gigi. Thank you.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Thank you. All right.
Yeah, I wish most of these guys that are getting divorced would come talk to me first so I can help them out. Now, I'm not a lawyer, not a paralegal, nothing like that, but I do know the law. But yeah.
You were married?
Hmm?
You were married before, or you're married now?
Yeah, I was married before. Yeah.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah, I married back in. Yeah.
Just going back and forth and traveling and have to do so much driving just to see your kids. I remember. Yeah, it's coming back now. You really were working hard to see your kids. I was hoping things worked out. But don't tell me because
they're older now. Yeah, they're older now. So I was able to save myself from the stronghold of Title 4D and from paying alimony. I'm like, look, I'm paying my kids. I ain't paying you. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said I got my kids their own debit card. So when I get paid, portion of my money go to their account.
That's a good idea. Wow, that is a good idea. Okay.
Yeah, y'all know. I forgot what it was called, but it was commercial, and you could download an app and get your kids a card. They have their own little debit cards and stuff. Your kids got little debit cards now, so that's what I did for them. Yeah.
Wow, good idea. That's a good idea. Oh wow.
All right. Let me see who else raised their hand. Mm-hmm. All right, anonymous. Thank you, Gigi.
Hey Gary, Gary, hold on. Before that person comes on, I need you to read 2 definitions for me, because I already know it's gonna be some women that ain't like what we had to say. So I want you to look up bashing, the meaning of bashing somebody, and narcissism. I want you to read the definitions of those 2 words.
Send it to me or send the link. I'm not typing them right now because right now I got a lot of things going on right now.
Because I think a lot of women, you know what I'm saying, that probably will be triggered by this. Even some men probably get triggered by this because they're panders. You know what I'm saying? But when you bash somebody, you're calling them lazy, no good. Basically, you're talking about them. You're not describing. You're describing their aesthetics. You're describing their how they, like the aesthetics and stuff like that. You're talking about them. But I think they get it confused when you're talking about certain behaviors. They deem it as bashing. You know what I'm saying? You're bashing women. You're doing this. You're doing that. You know what I'm saying? But like the last episode, I was like, what did I say that was bashing you? You know what I'm saying? They can't tell you that. But let the speaker speak. Go ahead, brother.
All right. Next caller. Who's this?
What's going on? It's Jay and Wesley.
All right, speak up loud, Jay. We
can
hear you good.
You was talking about the women that are single or feel that they're single in this day and age, or why they want to feel single. I heard it, but I didn't get it. Can y'all complete that? Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. No, the topic is are the modern, basically the mindset of modern women keeping them single. You know what I'm saying, with their unrealistic dating standards. Like, for example, they want a lot of women want to date the top tier percent of men. You know what I'm saying, 6 feet tall, 6 figures, 6-pack, basically the 666, right? So they overlook guys that are 9 to 5. They want a scammer. They want somebody to make that fast money. You know what I'm saying? Or if he's too nice, he's considered a lame. Or if a woman is 5'2" or 4'11", she want a guy that's 6 feet. But if he's 5'8", he's too short. You know what I'm saying? I'm 5'11", so I ain't gonna lie about
commercial. Yeah. That's more like commercial. I think there's more of a commercialization, but and yet you do have a certain amount of people that probably seek that. There's been seeking that from back then, maybe more than now. But then you got to think about the population. Are there more people walking this earth? And then there's more influence. So I think that you do have a large amount of people now in this day, because there is more people than was before, you know, and you know, there's you know, minds expand and got different outlooks on things. But I think you still do have women that will be with that so-called lame, nerdy guy. I see nerds, if anything, nerds are getting women more than ever. Before, nerds wasn't getting women. So those same guys that were, you know, considered a nerd or lame even back then, a lot of them are able to be with women that you would never think that they would ever get in their life. You know, so I think that it's changed in many ways, but, you know, you still have a certain amount of women that is looking for the average working guy. Of course, you have women that's looking for the, you know, a celebrity or somebody that's popular, and vice versa. Men also, you know, but if you're talking in terms of women, you know, and how their mindset is, I said, well, you know, there's a certain amount of things. Who is it that's pumping this into the women? It ain't women. I mean, who's running the media? It's predominantly men that run this media. So the mindset of these women, in a way, you know, which is mostly pushed through, you know, ways of influences. So, you know, one thing is what you're hearing from your friends and how they're getting influenced. But when you start going to the root of a lot of this, a lot of it is through, you know, through television, through media, through, you know, what you're seeing visually, what's being portrayed or what should be painted as the standard, you know. So, I mean, I think that you're going to have a certain amount of people that live their life through that, you know, when I say lens or their visuals. It's like, oh, well, you know, he has to be this way, or, you know, a society, which is really, again, media platforms, the most part, that have an impact and masses of people's thinking when they keep pushing it. But then you start thinking about it, okay, go back to the root of that. Media platforms, the billboards that you see on TV, the commercialization, the commercials, the radio, all that shit put together. Who runs that? It's mostly men. So is the man the one? Is the man putting the imagery out there saying, listen, this is, well, because I got cars and I got a lot of money, women should come to me. Forget about that broke guy. Forget about the guy that works a 9 to 5 because I'm a celebrity. Who's pumping that out there? It's not women. So I think that we have, not particularly you or I, but men, there's men like we are, but just men in a different mindset that might have a different, you know, pay grade, and their outlook is different. They think they can buy their way in anything. So they have also put that out there on a platform where now women are believing. Well, you look, or they're these guys that are doing it physically. Forget about the imagery. You bringing it. You say, well, look, I'm going to take you to nice dinners, right? I'm going to give you the finest things. You're one of those guys, let's say. I'm one of those guys saying, well, you know what, I'm going to take you, oh, look at my car. You know how much money I spent on my car? I got a beautiful mansion. You know what, the guy that you was dating before, what kind of work he did? Oh, he was a construction worker. Oh, he worked in a supermarket. He's a bum. You need to get with me. I'm the one that got. Look at the shit that I got. If he ain't a man, if he can't have, if his bank account ain't with $1 million, look at what the kind of car I got. He can't afford this type of car. So again, as we're talking about men that are putting that imagery out there and putting that energy, so to convince the women that this is better. So what happens? A woman, it's a lot of times, not all. Again, we're talking about particulars and certain groups. In a sense of, oh, the woman gets flattered, she gets treated well, and then she looks at this guy that doesn't have really much. What do you think? Then what happens? When her friends is talking and they have a conversation, she's like, oh, well, you know, my boyfriend, he doesn't really make a lot of money, or, you know, he doesn't have this or that. And she said, well, look, my man gives me this. Right.
Yeah. I'm not sure if that's our question. It's a lot. We're trying to absorb it.
I'm trying. Well, I'm giving you one. You want the pudding or you don't want it? I'm giving it to you and you don't want it. This is the reality.
No, we agree. No, we agree.
Edited shit. let me close it out. Again, we put this shit out there. Again, I'm going to go back to where I got cut off. I'm saying that now that the woman is now living that life, her friends is coming to her, telling her, "Oh, well, my man, yeah." They say, "You need to get. My man gives me this, give me that." So the standard changes. But who put that in the picture? Who put that visually? Who put that in the mindset? Boils down to us men. So whatever you think that these women are thinking, and well, they like this, their standard is like this, oh, they want to be independent, they don't think they need a man. Who has created that? I would say us, in a subliminal or direct way. I'll leave it there. Good show, Gary.
Okay, I follow you now. I follow you. Yeah, as you know, Jay, a lot of things that women perceive what they want is always subliminal through media. Majority of what they are is sick, or what they think they want is what they see through television. Television was the most blessing and also a curse to a lot of people that's considered modern in the 20th century going into the 21st century. It gave us the perception of how you should be living this life. And there's no surefire cut template of how one should live one's own life. If they had to follow what they see throughout the television to keep up with the Joneses to have a good life, you've lost. Especially with most majority Americans and the way how things are going, especially with money, inflation, and all this nonsense, right? Most of us not going to be living that life anytime soon if we already there or whatever situation we're going through. So we have to be realistic, you know. If women want those type of cheer men that really got it, sweetie, you're going to have to share. And one thing that Kevin was on point with his rhetoric, once a man makes a certain amount of money, he's going to have a harem of women, whether she likes or not. And that's what brought a lot of women. Let's say, oh, I got to share if a man makes a whole lot and he's able to accumulate a lot. And I'll say, most likely, baby, yes. And I didn't make the rules. I don't like it, but that's the reality. Especially if that's who they're shooting for. I'm sorry. So, Seiko, you have any response to that?
Yeah, I would have to agree with him. You know, men did put that narrative out there. You know what I'm saying, subliminally. Not they and this is the thing, they weren't direct with it. You know, and a lot of no shade at the LGBTQ community, but a lot of these men are homosexual that put this agenda out because the elites don't want to see us procreate. So this is why we have this gender war going on. Black man and black woman is not getting along. Feminism and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? This is why we have that. So, yeah, so it's us putting it out there. We put out the beauty standards for women in the 80s and 90s. That's why you had these Vogue and these magazines telling women they got to look like this in order for a man to want them, because a woman's beauty is her wallet. Our wallet is our beauty to women. This is what women fail to realize. And I think this is why women over-sexualize themselves. And it's men that's actually feeding into this. And I had made a post. I said, let's boycott OnlyFans, Pornhub, and all this other. Man, you should have seen how many simps came after me, won't threaten my life and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
But
you must be gay. You must be this. Come on, man.
You got to understand. Anyone that's come out to you, and let's say that's on social media, I want you to do this. I want you to screenshot everyone that disagree with that and make sure they have avatar. And if they have a profile, look at what their outcome is in life. And I guarantee you, they don't have enough of a sustainable success or even anything of tangibles in their own life. Pornhub, OnlyFans, all these, especially Pornhub. You don't pay no money to watch a woman beat off her coochie. OnlyFans,
feet still
money. Yeah, so you tell me, you as a man, you cannot really have discipline to cut off that nonsense? Really?
So what now?
What I mean, as a man, that's one of the things that's holding you back. You're not gonna make the conscious effort to cut off just the porn aspect, especially if you're indulging it every day, and not only indulging it, but you're also whacking off, right? You hurt yourself. Now you're not gonna be able to opposite sex. You get me? But you know,
right.
Like I said, we can't have these conversations because a lot of people are They're set in their ways, bro.
Exactly, and this, and I'm gonna get on the men. They really can't be complaining about there's no real good women out there when they're feeding into this agenda. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm not saying I don't like looking at a beautiful woman or whatever, you know, but at the same time, we like NYC said, we kind of created, we did create this narrative, and now women, that's why women are promiscuous and they riding the CCs and they're being provocative and stuff like this. But I find it funny towards when they hit the wall, now they trying to look for a husband. But women got to realize this too. Ain't no man gonna take that deal. You're not gonna find a husband that's gonna be, oh yeah, I'm okay with you being gangbanged by 25 guys and take a bunch of shots to the face and stuff. Oh yeah, I love you. No. But see, like I said, it's interchangeable. That's what JNYC was trying to say. This stuff is interchangeable. So we're gonna continue to be the problem or be the solution. You know what I'm saying? And this ain't a bashing women. You know what I'm saying? This ain't talking bad about women. This is saying this is some of the behaviors. And like you said, through Tell Live Vision, women have adopted this mentality that it's okay to be sexually liberated. It's okay to ride the CC and stuff like that. But men are, you know what I'm saying, we don't hold the gatekeepers of sex. Women do. Women are the gatekeepers of sex. We're the gatekeepers of relationship and marriage. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of these men will not marry an OnlyFans model. They will not marry somebody, a porn star. I should say corn star. I know people get a little sensitive with the words.
No. Hey, just continue. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, but they won't marry these women. But they complain about them too, like these hoes ain't loyal and all this other stuff, you know? So that's why I said, you know, me personally, that's why I'm very selective, you know? And like I said, I'm just now starting to talk to a woman and stuff like that. I let her know. Because she even asked me, she said, oh, you're Kevin Samuels? I said, yeah, I listened to him or whatever. I said, what did he say was wrong? She said, oh, I just didn't like his tone. I said, but so would you rather for me to tell you the truth, or would you rather for me to tell you a hard, uncomfortable truth, or tell you a comfortable lie? And she said, well, I want the truth. I said, no matter what. She said, yeah. I said, well, you might need to lose a little weight. She got mad. Then talked to me for 2 days, and then she was like, well, you know, I do need to, because I do be breathing hard and stuff. I said, I like you thick, but sweetheart, you know, I'm on my fitness journey. You 42, I'm 38, so yeah. I said, you can go walking with me or whatever. And I just did that as a tip because I thought she had just basically just left me alone, you know. But that's what I'm saying. Men have told women that they're okay the way they are, and men should just accept that deal. But what woman is going to accept a man for being broke? You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, women got this body positivity. What if men walked around saying, yeah, I got broke positivity. Yeah, you should just accept me who I am, you know. Yeah, I'm broke, blah, blah, blah. You know, what woman is going to accept that deal? A man being broke. Ain't got no money, no job. Even though some of them do date men with no money and job. But what if men had a broke positivity movement? So like they got a body positive. Because men, we value fitness, friendliness, submissiveness, you know what I'm saying? Cooperation, agreeableness, stuff like that. But a lot of men are simping and being these women DM, they can have potholes all over their butt. Oh, girl, you thick, you fine, girl. I'll drink milk out of your pothole. Whatever, you know, man, just really feeding into this and giving women this false confidence, and this is why there is no change. And when I be in the DMs and talking about these women right here, I mean these men right here, oh, they'll come after me. And they do more sign language than women. So yeah, it is our fault for the most part. But nobody put the crack pipe up to their mouth and make them smoke it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but it's like this, Sankofa. At the end of the day, men, as long as you give them the ladies the few things that keep them relative, which is the attention of one, which is better than gold, then second that, they get some dick on the side. They're getting long stroke, deep thrusting, all that nonsense, right? As long as they get those tangibles, they're comfortable in their obsolescence, you know? And all they do is they can look at any person that denies them or said that they need to change something. They can look at them funny because I'm still getting what I want. You're going to still give me some attention. You're going to still F me. And what's the necessity of me want to lose weight? Now, mind you, a woman is not getting no results. You know what she's going to do? She's going to do what's necessary to get and attract that man. Even go as far as go under the knife. And I don't recommend women do that. And here's why. Not only are you cheating, you put yourself at health risk. I see more women now, Sankofa, getting these fake bodies. Black women now. It's rising, bro.
Yeah, manufactured women. I would not date manufactured women.
Listen. The laziness is on an all-time high, bro. Tafine said, as a man, we don't have the luxury to sit there, go in under knife and pay somebody to sink the fat out our stomach or any part of our body and then put definitions. We don't do that shit. And you know the reason why we don't do it? And when you're not going to see a man waste his time to do that, is because we know that the consequence that, one, we put ourselves at risk, number one, because the doctors are not favored with black folks, especially black men. And the other thing is not healthy in the long run for black men that, you know, we have a very sketchy lifespan here. You get me? So I would never recommend.
Yeah, that's facts, man.
Recommend any man, if any man is doing that, to do that. Personally, you know. But like I said, you can't tell a lot of people nothing nowadays. But, you know, you gotta live and learn. So as a man, only thing I can control is say I just don't give him one of a few things. I don't give him the attention, if possible, and damn sure I can't give him the stick. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, if I might feel the mood and I need to bust on something, I said, dudes, you're going to have to find other options. Matter of fact, if you can't get women, you're going to have to probably find some way to either do what's necessary, you know, and, you know, or shoot your shot on other women that at least is kept themselves healthy, at least. Because let's be honest, average height, average weight, it's not equating. A woman, at least if you're a woman, at least you should not go past 160 or higher, depending on your height. Matter of fact, don't go past 170 if you can. Once you go past that and touch 200, you're treading right now. Only time 200 is in your equation, if we want to go there, if you're roughly 6 feet as a woman. And there's not a lot of black women that's 6 feet like that. The average height today for women is, for black women, from what they say, is roughly 5'2" or 5'3". Caucasian women, they say, it's roughly 5'3", 5'4". So you're not the certain height to be 200 pounds if we want to go there. Because let's be honest, as we keep muscle in certain areas, all we gotta do is tone it up, depending on where it's at, and we're good. That's it. We're good. Other extra stuff, we don't need to do all that. You know. Matter of fact, just a simple reducing of consumptions will easily fix our big problem if we're too fat or obese. So let me check here. I gotta soon wrap this up. I see somebody else raising it. Yeah, I gotta wrap this up because I don't want this to be 2 hours. I didn't think I was gonna be here this long. I'm gonna open one last line. See who asked a question. All right, you're my final caller, sir. Who's this? Or
hey, go ahead.
I'm sorry, it's Gigi again. I wanted to say that it's the media. It's not just men that's doing this to women. We wake up and everything on TV is about you need these shoes and this purse and this car and this man and these kids in this house, and we see it all day long. And like you said, it's subliminal. We start to believe that we're not complete unless we have all of these material things, and that's really destroying families too. I'm done.
Thank you.
Well said. She just said a lot right there. Well said.
All right. Any closing remarks, Sankofa?
Well, this is a great show. It was a pleasure working with you again, Chaos. Once again, shout out to Tyrone Thompson, man, for this great show. Please like and subscribe, support the content. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be back with more controversial, triggering topics. You know, next week we're going to talk about who cheats more, men or women. You know, so be prepared for that. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all got some questions. You know what I'm saying? And thank you, Gary, Chaos, for allowing me to do a show today, even though I'm at work. But, yeah, appreciate you, man. Appreciate Tyrone Thompson. Thank you, Gigi, NJNYC, and all the TRS family. Peace and love.
That's what's up. And for all y'all, please subscribe to the Chaos Rain Show. You can follow me on Twitter at ChaosRain7. Add me as a friend on Facebook, Eric Rain on Facebook. And one thing I did forget to add, and I do got to put this, and I know most people are not going to really follow, but I don't give a crap. I got advertised anyway. Chaos Rain is on Rumble. Rumble? Yes, I'm on Rumble now. So if you be so kind, for those that's listening to the stream or listen to playback, subscribe to my Rumble page if you can. I will surely appreciate it. And as you know, The Rumble's in this chat room. It will be in the description of this video as well, for those that will catch it. So follow me on Rumble. I'm trying to grow that following so I can start doing some real hardcore exclusive content.
Hey, real quick, Gary. Is the after hours after this? The same calling number?
Just sit back, bro. Just sit back. All right, guys. Thank you for watching or listening to today's stream. Until next time, take care and good night.